Hello. Hello. Hey, I'm getting it together. Give me 1 second. All right. So I gotta touch some very, very touchy basics today. One of them, if you didn't see my live from earlier, we had liberation and believe in the impossible. So I did a little research and I had some stuff come down my algorithm, and it was very touchy, and it was about women that look like me. So many people telling our story, telling her story. She's not telling her story. So from the reading on the live that I did this morning, we had liberation. And I've been seeing a lot of grandma energy. So liberation was queen, mother, nanny. So I started seeing the card drama starter, and I kind of shuffled, and drama starter came back out. So I was like, is it the way I'm shuffling? But then I got in the shower and I said, something ain't sitting right with me about everybody else telling our story, but we not telling our story. So yesterday, couple of days I've been saying I'm here for the women. I'm here for the mother of earth in this school that everybody is trying to teach us their interpretation. So I went back today and I pulled back the card Queen, Mother, Nanny, and what this liberation is that is being given to us that is a gift. When I said my grandmother came to me in spirit, spiritual, and I just started breaking the words down of you are all spirit, but it was still something not just comfortable in a soul level within about everybody else trying to tell her story, not their story, but they want to tell the woman, this woman story when she can't even find the voice to tell her own story. That just didn't sit right with me. So I was like, am I being a drama starter? Hi. By saying it's time for us to open our mouth and tell our story. Oh, they said, oh, the black woman, she's been damaged. The black woman this, the black woman that. Hey, it's awesome. My day is awesome. I have had a wonderful day. I even went to the job in a different whole energy because I know my spiritual business is first. Put yourself first. And I was able to go to work in peace, with peace, for peace. But this believe in the impossible, coming with liberation, it took me down a whole rabbit hole For the black woman, it's okay. Call me old, call me what you want to call me. I don't care. That's on you. Find you something safe to do because it's our time. And why? This is the thing with social media. People are ready for distraction. They live for distraction. They live to throw you off your alchemy, right? So let's go. Liberation. The act of setting someone free. The act of setting someone free from imprisonment, slavery, and oppression. Like you coming over here attacking me, it only shows that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You're going to get set free because this is the thing, y'all. The mind, it's the mind. It's the mind, whether it's a bot, if it's a robot, or is it a physical person that's taking the energy, their dark energy, their shadow self to come in somebody else's space and time and put stuff in there. Crazy word. But it's intentional to see if you're going to keep going. I want anybody that's even considering being a live host on any platform to get prepared for this right here. It lets you know that you are hitting the mark. I don't have no problem. You're not even a problem, but you just keep typing. You just keep typing because you're pushing the algorithm. But this is the thing. They don't want black women to talk about black women. They can go and make a podcast, make, you know what I'm saying, break it down. They got the equipment to, you know what I'm saying, take out bits and people. But baby, let me tell you something. Live is to live. And we're gonna live when we got bots in here too, doing their job. Yes, you are. You got a bot mentality. You get what I'm saying? You have a bot mentality. You need to heal your mind. All right. Spring or fall. Baby, we don't spring forward. Okay, so May the 31st, 2026, we got a blue moon. It's also taking me back to when I keep saying we have a second coming that they trying to stop, to remember who you are, why you doing what you doing for you. It's not for them, but they come into the energy. So there are code words, right? Let's say that we have code words that we say that automatically bring them in here. This is the AI side of it, right? Right. We have to live through our lives, right? So if we could get one person with good energy, it changes the magic. It changes. They don't want to say the word magic. They don't want to say that it's magical. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let's pin that comment because they want attention, right? Distractions. Listen, y'all, check this out. They here for a reason. The distractions are here for a reason. It lets you know that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Okay? So in alchemy, there's a medieval forerunner. Let's talk about what's a forerunner. A person or thing. That's why I call them a box. A person or thing that proceeds to the coming or development of someone else or someone or something else. They not like a right. So it let me know when I see I come live and there are numbers, and then I say code words because remember what brought the bot in here. What brought the bot in here when I said I'm here for the black woman. But this is the kicker. It's the person behind AI. That's why they need programmers. Don't never think there's not a person behind AI. AI has to be programmed. They type code words to bring them because you'll be like, what about you? What about your algorithm? You ain't got that many followers. You're not monetized. They want to see how you're going to react. They want to see the effect, the algorithm. Okay, Elizabeth, right? That's what they want to do. But you got to know that you got to keep going, right? You got to keep going. You can't let them throw you off. So they the medieval forerunner, a person or a thing, right? So, but they don't get to stop this liberation because, like I said, we free. Someone free from imprisonment. I don't care about that. I came here to deliver a message. And the message is you gotta keep on going. You gotta see the truth. You gotta see with the owl. Woo-hoo. Baby, keep going and be patient, right? So let's read Liberation. Queen Mother, Nana, Grandma, Energy. All right. Jamaica, right? You know how they be like the Jamaicans, right? We never been over there to Jamaica to see actually what they cultivate, what they call in, right? Because everything that they do that we don't do over here, they deem it as witchcraft. So the Queen Mother of the Maroons was a spiritual leader, military military strategist, and revolutionary. This Ashanti, we talked about Ashanti, which is a whole nother card. Ashanti is desire, the end game, right? But they working together. This killer Ashanti, that means like with, you know, um, Christianity, they have several names, right? But when when you know every name has a meaning, every name has a meaning, you get to, what I'm saying, not even worry about. You know what I'm saying? That's why some people come on my lives and they be like, "Can you shout me out? Can you say my name?" They need me to say their name to program. So they need you. You, yes, we talked about it yesterday. Yeah. So what's happening is these lives are beginning to coincide. You beginning to see what's going on, and it's that It's that cultivating. It's that curative. It's like we curing, we healing, we learning as we go. We learning as we grow. Confidence, courage. You know what I'm saying? Like we see the truth and why we were holding ourselves back from social media content creator, because y'all got to think this is a multi-billion trillion, you know what I'm saying? Once you get paid up here, it keep on going. The ball will keep on going. The wheel of fortune, right? They know this is a wheel of fortune, and they know that your voice has power. So they're going to come for you, but you got to keep on going. That's that. I remember. I remember those days when I was hungry. I remember them days when I was struggling about my life. There's another side to this. All right, let's go. Alchemy. Remember that. Base metals to go, or to find universal elixir. Magic. To find your magic. To find your abracadabra that can even trigger to bring them in to let you know that you're on the right path. What they say, new levels, new devils. Your haters are your elevators. Let them play their part. They not listen to this. Worry about the NPCs that ain't doing nothing but sitting back watching. Don't worry about the ones that make themselves sing. If you get what I'm saying. Okay, so this Ashanti healer was brought to Jamaica in chains and escaped the lead rebellions. Nanny helped to free over 800 enslaved people. The guidance, break free. I'm free. I'm human, but I'm comfortable in me. I'm capable, got everything I need. Right? That's in your voice. You see the truth. The truth, what I said, the truth shall set you free. The end game, game over, or a new game. How about that? We playing a new game now. This ain't the same game. We got our own shade tree. We don't need theirs. All right. So, grandma, Queen Mother Nanny. Okay. So, say we stand at like north, east, south, west, right? Mother, son. That's why they talked about Mary and Jesus, mother, son, daughter, father, and daughter, right? Most mothers, they cling to their son. Most fathers, they cling to their daughter, right? So, this is what your grandmother has to say. Break free. Your dreams hold the power and keys to your liberation. You are freedom. 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 Right? It's the energy that's coming behind even saying the word free. You free from being dumb. They mad because you free from being dumb. Like a drum. You get what I'm saying? So they call me bum. You get what I'm saying? Those energies have those. I'm going to have to go back to look at this. I've been having to go back and look at my own lives. I've been having to go back and look at my own lives, listen to it, because I'm just the vessel. That's why I'm learning now not to be in the and jump into the energy of the person that's coming on the other side of the screen to attack my character, my integrity, because I'm rich, righteous, integrity, character, and honor to myself. I took a bath before I came up here. I washed my face and my ass. So anything that you see in this outside meat suit that you're not liking, that's on you. This is for my healing. This is for my curative. I'm curing myself by speaking words of the world. Can't stop it. All right. So the embodiment of Queen Mother Nanny Liberation says, you deserve to feel free. You deserve to feel free. What do you imagine for yourself? Now, imagine, remember, we're talking about alchemy, which is magic. I will not be subscribed to you. No problem. It's no problem. That's a choice, not a force. All right. Thank you, sweetie. All right. So your imagination is your magic, right? Your elixir. So your elixir is your potion, your concoction, your brew, right? That's in your, just think your DNA. That's in your liquid. That's in your blood. Okay? So what do you imagine for yourself? Daring to manifest the dream is a part of personal liberation. Daring because we're not believing in the impossible, the unseen realm, the subconscious, 95%, the conscious only 5%. So you got more in the unseen realm than you see in this realm right here. But because you don't believe in coincidence, means to see, everything is to see, right? A magical or um mon hold on, how you say it? How you say it? Hold on. A magical of having healed property, right? The magical of what's inside you, the imagination, the part of your imagination that's so magical that you can heal yourself. Find your own personal liberation code in your soul, unspoken desires. So remember I said it's your source, it's your voice, it's your choice to voice your force, your choice, voice, force, choice, force, voice. So your soul got something to say. And that was what I felt a little drama about today because I'm like, I'm so tired of people trying to tell our story. But now we writing our story. Okay? So life is too short. I'm gonna stop right there for a minute. And I'm gonna tell y'all something that if you knew over here, I lost my brother and I lost my dad. Right? I lost my brother in 2018, 8/18/18. I lost my brother in February of 2024. When I lost my brother, I heard the voice tell me to activate, right? It was the masculine voice that woke me up out of my sleep, and I'm in the dark like, who the fuck is that? Right? This was after I got the chance to see, smell, touch, and I kissed my brother's forehead, his third eye. It was hard, it was cold, you know what I'm saying? He was already transitioned. So we're gonna add taste. So I found immediately a newfound love for my flesh still being soft, for this earth school, for this life lessons, this learn lessons and learning life after death things. What happens after calling on somebody to see if I'm going to get a sign, a synchronicity that you hear me. Whether it's a noise, whether it's 111 on the TV or a license tag, synchronicity start coming in. I started to practice talking to the other realm for me to give myself peace of mind. Because remember, the mind don't have no shape until you give it shape. You create the shape. All right, so life is too short. You never know the time nor the day, right? To live within someone else's story. Divine blessings and magic are on your side. Enjoying your freedom fully. Enjoying your freedom fully is the best gift from your ancestors, your answers, gifts. You're getting the gift of answers to unanswered questions that you can't ask nobody on this physical realm because they don't be knowing shit. Or they act like they don't be knowing shit. They scared to touch it, right? But if you can think of why you were so attacked, why you had to go through so many things in life for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, they say. All right, so my dreams empower me. Now, my dream and that's my daytime, my daydreams, my night dreams, right? Because they want to call night dreams nightmares, right? But what about the realm that you see in between your sleeping stage, your unconscious, your conscious, and your subconscious? Because they only got what? They sharing 5%. Because the brain never goes to sleep. All right, so believe in the impossible. This is this is falling from the earlier live. Blue moon. The blue moon is Sunday, May 31st, 2026. Now, this blue moon, this smoke, this dust particles that's going to come from the atmosphere, you're going to have two in May, just like we just had solar eclipse, planetary alignment, solar eclipse, Friday the 13th. You know what I'm saying? It's all about this 13 moons. Yo, this is the time of the 13th moon. They ain't gonna tell you that though, because they don't do work. All right. Remember they said, oh, astrology ain't got nothing to do with it. The devil is a lie. All right, so May the 31st, 2026, a second moon in a calendar month. So you're going to get a second full moon in May. That's where all this leap year and all that come from. You got to know when it's time. Remember, I've been telling y'all, okay, it's your time. It's your time to shine. You got to see the truth. You got to see why they chose the owl. and be patient. What the owl mean? All right, see the truth. Do not be deceived. Be watchful and mindful of the illusions others weave, right? They sending a wave mm, around themselves, and that you may weave around yourself. Don't be deceived. Don't get caught up in a Charlotte's web, right? Know the night, right? So I'm gonna put it this way. We've been so caught up in the sun. You've been caught up so much in the light. You have done no shadow work, right? You scared of the dark. Some people still sleeping with light. They scared of what they're gonna see in the dark. But this is the kicker. If you don't know the time nor the day, what you scared of it. Fear, false evidence appearing real in the imagination. You scared that anything that is impossible is gonna happen. You're gonna see it in your sleep. So in 2022, I did a blackout curtain. I blacked out the curtains, two sets of blackout curtains through my window, and closed the door so I could see in the dark. So I could see that there was no boogeyman with no red eyes coming in there to get me. The devil, right? Because red represent root, the root of things, the root cause. Fear. Fear is the root cause that you don't want to tell your story. Some people on here are dealing with childhood trauma and it shows. That's right. But this is the kicker. You don't have to hold on to that no more. It's a new day every day. You go to sleep, you wake up. You're not like the snake that's going to go and shed skin a certain time of the year. You shed skin every night. Don't wash your sheets and see don't you have some dead skin in your sheets. Don't moisturize your body for a month and see don't you have some shed skin, some dead skin on your tail. Right. Be out in the bed. So you know you shedding every night. That's like peeling the onion. Start with the outside, the skin, the hubs. But even people compost that. When they put you in the ground, ain't you being compost? Ashes. When they burn your ashes, what they do? Throw them in the water, throw them in the river, throw them in, you know what I'm saying? Put them in the backyard. Ashes. Ashes. Think about it. Ashes. What they call you when you don't put on no lotion? Ashy? Come on, y'all. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, so understand the shadows. See through the darkness to the light of the truth, right? So remember Genesis, geniuses, genie, this, right? It says on the first page, the first chapter, the first line, it says, In the beginning, it was dark. And then spoke light, right? You went back to the dark. Or you going back to the dark, you're going to cut out the lights. I don't know. You're going to do some kind of shadow work before this blue moon, this second coming. Because what they talking about, it's a second coming. Listen now, it's a catastrophe. It's a catastrophe outside. And you just calm. Okay. All right. So pay attention to co-distractions. Pay attention to it. Notice when actions and words are not in harmony. Hone your intuition and insight so that you may know the minds and hearts of those around you and yourself. So I started practicing this. I started being aware of myself and how much energy I was taking in from others. And I started to alchemize that. Instead of letting it break me down, woe is me, I amplified it. Okay, and trust in the wisdom born of that awareness. Trust. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Trust this energy. And I keep on hearing this song. It's the most magical time of the year. Right? We don't spring forward. They knew, listen to this. They knew when you came around this cycle right here, this one, ooh, transmutation. Transmutation. Hold on. Gotta put my eyes back on. Hold on. Alchemy, the medieval forerunner of chemistry, based on the supposed transformation of matter. They knew when we hit this 0-1, because remember, 2025 was a 9. And then they went back to the 1 and the 0, the 10, right? They put the 1 in front of the 0 instead of the 0 in front of the 1. The 0-1. So we the fool and the what? Magician doing our magic. They knew that we had to wake up on a mass level now. They knew we had to come together with power, words, swords, without fear, false evidence appear real, to be rich, righteous, integrity, character, and honor. They knew it. But what they did not understand is when they stole the when they stole our prophecies and they regurgitated it to us in their language, they didn't know the what? They didn't know the codes. We gave them the internet. We created it. We were the ones that were hitting. Remember, when the woman went to work, that's why they wanted us. They didn't want us to be homemakers no more. We the golden child. Have y'all ever watched the show The Golden Child? Even the Matrix. We that energy. What he was like? That multi-dimensional. All right. The affirmation is I am prosperity. balance, love, growth, conditions. I create this. So when I'm telling y'all to trust the timing, that now is the time for you to speak. And what they say, stand 10 times, stand 10 toes down. That's grounding. We not closing our eyes and putting on glasses during the eclipse. We're going outside and getting grounded to the conditions. That's why you see a lot of people going out of here that have not done the work. That's why they have that's why they have weird open signs at the church right now. I'm just telling the truth. Right? So, but anyway, with love and kindness, right? We were gonna be haunted if we didn't remember, if we didn't activate our remembrance, if we didn't acknowledge that this is a body, suit, some bodies, right? We some bodies having flashbacks about the trauma that we not even living in that dimension no more. We not there. We already done put fire to that, but we don't know how to celebrate. Now, the question was, do you believe that it's time now for you to get your second coming of self? What was it? We in 2026. What did I say? You got till 2020, 9 years from 2026, that cycle. What did I say? 34. Right? To be free. To practice being free. To stop listening. To practice. To find you some tools to practice divination so you can get some answers from your ancestors, so you can get some truth for your desires, so you can get some soul forgiveness, so you can get that 6 inches above your crown, that sun on top of your head that Jesus had. That sometimes things trigger me when I feel healed from my trial. Right. It's saying if you're going to pass the test, the earth test, the school test, is she going to pass this time? Right. And you got to practice it every day. Every day. Every day. Things will never be the same. What's on that? Every day. Yeah. So they go bankrupt again. Because they know. Oh, I see the dream test. Because they know that divination, the way you do it, not even the way I do it, the way you do it, is going to heal. It's going to cure some people. It's going to be a light bulb moment. It's going to be a ding. It's going to be you probably about to be the new, what was that? Albert Einstein with his hair sticking out over his head. Doing this research. We in school right now. Right? We in school right now. Earth school. Mother Earth has put some of you, sat you all the way down. Won't let you work. Won't let you have a boyfriend. Won't let you talk to too many people. Not in the physical, right? But telepathy is real. So I might not be talking to you in the physical, which I ain't because I can't touch you. I'm over here in my space, time, and portal. And you over there in your space, time, and portal, right? But end game is we ended up here together, right? We just got to see the truth. What brought me there? So remember, I said yesterday I was astro traveling, right? Right. I'm astro traveling. Like I got my bag packed. I had my stuff out. I got all my tools ready for my trip. You know what I'm saying? I cleaned up and I got myself dressed and I came on this journey. Right? For the truth. Not just for you, but for me. What is for me is for me. This is dream truth. I call it School of the Hard Knock Life. The hard knock life for us. It's the hard knock life. Because some of us didn't get the easy road. Some of us was take me through there. And we went. But see, we can help heal because we've been through some stuff. Because now we unfazed. Now we unfazed because we know we traveling. We know we pivoting from rock motherfucking bottom. I done been through it all. Born side the street, foster care, broken marriages, abuse. Like what? Rejected. Rejection. I'm fazed by rejection now. My brain is wired different, right? Remember I told y'all when my brother died, I couldn't even cry. That's part of the brain. It don't even know what to respond to no more, right? And offer a genuine intention, a door opening. Are you ready to receive? After you were unfazed by this rejection and you went and sat down, peace be still, now you got a different offer. It's creamy, right? Cream, right? What were they saying? Now you get to be the doll, the dollar, the doll, the dollar, the dollar, the doll, her, dollar, doll. All right. Trust the timing. Golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. Trust the timing. With your balance, your love, your growth, and your conditions. Trust the wave. Trust the frequency. Trust the vibration. Trust the energy. Trust the inner chi. That light, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh yeah. What the how you remember that song? Say it. All right. Time is not running out. Now, if that time is not running out, and I talked about grief. So, time is not running out because I'm going to come back in here again and again and again. Think about it. Reincarnation. Think about that. Think about it. And again and again and again. Right? So at some place in time, I gotta break the generational curse. I gotta break the bondage, the blindfold, the hog tie, the swords in the ground, this shield, because I'm protected. I'm protected by the angels and the ancestors. It's all coming together. It's like a puzzle, right? When you get determined, determination. What is this? What is this second coming that I've been talking about for over 2 years? Her story. What is her story that everybody want to tell? That's keeping her in hell. You're going to hell. What is it? When they say hell on earth, heaven and hell on earth, as above, so below, as within, so without, because you ain't creating your heaven, your light. You won't see the truth and be patient. You asking the wrong people for answers. When you got whole protections in other realms, I call my power back to me from any person, place, entity, from any space, portal, time, dimension. But you acting like this is the be all, do all. But it ain't. Because you forgot about the impossible realm. 95% of it you couldn't see. You around here, you got your hands up, you're dodging bullets. You got your hands up. All right. Childhood trauma, childhood innocence, a desire to reconnect. Breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs. That's what I heard. You were okay with taking breadcrumbs. Now you got enough crumbs to get a whole loaf of bread. Oh, wow. Hi. All right. So somebody is feeling stuck in that reflection. That mirror work, I'm starting with the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror. I'm asking her to change her ways. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change in going into that mirror and looking in your eyes and say, "Ooh, I didn't know my eyes were that pretty. I didn't know I could see like that. I didn't know that." Because your eyes are a portal. You looking at the outside, look in your eyes. Remember, your eyes have a black hole. Hey, the black dot, the center. Be careful how you look into other people's eyes. Hmm. What I say? People looking in your eyes, the destiny swap. They want your abundance. They want to see your golden nuggets. Yes, everything, everything. God loves everything. So they demonized. They switched up some stuff. Some switching was going on in the kitchen, as Miss Helen used to say, or still say. She ain't gonna say past it. Still say. Miss Helen was some switching in the kitchen. That's why I said yesterday, don't get caught up in religion, get caught up in relationship. Religion is divide and conquer. It's not even for you. They don't got a motherfucking nothing good to say about the woman, the mother. They took her all the way out. Well, they gave her Easter, but you know, they didn't. Yeah, but until you can read it like that, and you can start changing some of them he for she, because she in there, but they always got her behind the he. When it say no one comes through here unless they come through me. You don't come to me unless you come through me. But you are the portal. Yeah. Base matters. You spitting out gold. I see this rapidly going to change. It seems like it's going to be suddenly, but it's not suddenly. It's planetary alignment. It's a universal light. Number 7. This abundance is universal, right? Universe. Because they won't telling you nothing about source and universe, and you know what I'm saying? They won't telling you that it was 1,600 words, names, and attachments that it's interchangeable. Hey, I told you these are my vowels. A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y. And then they add what? W? W upside down is a M, the 13th. The 13th letter of the alphabet. Remember, they took the 13th out of everything. They wanted to take the ma out of everything. We not even gonna have no 13th floor because we ain't even gonna have no 13th month. But they had. That's why you got leap year. But this your second. This right here. Man, the synchronicities is sinking. We've been working on this, y'all, for over a year. What did I just say? We just had planetary alignment. How many planets just aligned? Was it 7 of them? Was it 7 planets that just aligned? And what this say? Universal light, 3 plus 4 is 7. Can anybody go and Google and tell me how many planets just aligned last week? Even though we know week and weekdays, that's just on this realm. Listen. Anybody got an extra device to tell me how many planets just aligned in this conjunction? Solar eclipse, 2 Friday the 13th, back to back, 2 different months. Can anybody tell me? That's what the planets were saying. I knew we were gonna be together again. I knew we were gonna catch up in the line again. We were gonna be in alignment. 7 of them. If it was 7, That would mean they was out there looking like chakras. They was out there looking like chakra alignment. They were so happy to align again so you could start back believing in yourself. And you were feeling the energy. You were feeling the energy. Yep. And look, don't it look like she got a goat head? A goat on her head. You know, over here we don't put goats on our head. That's all the other ones. That's all the other ones. You know what I'm saying? It be Halloween. You see Elon Musk out there with the goat on his head, but then they call that demonic. You know what I'm saying? But they got that. You know, that ain't theirs either. Hmm. Shine. Yeah, I swear I want to go get me a goat. I need a goat on my land. I need a goat. 5. Hmm. Breakthrough. How many of y'all been feeling this urge to just rest? You don't want to do too much because you're trying to listen to mother, father, child, ancestors, taking deep breaths so you can stay on this realm with all this 5G, 6G, 7G, 8G, whatever number we on. Everybody running around coughing. Some of you just want to create a safe space for yourself. And whoever want to be in your energy. Because right now, when you waking up, baby, when you going through a mass awakening, this mass awakening like we in right now, yo, they not ready. They not ready for you to the last to become first. The wheel of fortune, the wheel of time. They don't even want you to get them penalties. They didn't want you to be the magician and the fool at the same time. Right? They did not want you to get this intellectual energy. They didn't want you to get this ancient intelligence. They didn't want you to become AI. They did not want you. They wanted you to be scared. They wanted you to be scared just like they want you to be scared of, oh, I forgot to write this down. I wanted to know what scripture talked about liberation. Everything is demonic. Let them tell it. Yeah, girl, baby, they were telling you everything was demonic, and they was over there in the cut getting it in, calling on all of them, the oracles, the originals. That's why I said. I remember, yeah, they wanted you in conflict. They wanted you in conflict and competition, climbing on top of going nowhere. But I remember when all the fortune tellers and the seers and the everything they were, oh baby, they is painting them all the same color as Jesus, as they Jesus, but we know now, you know what I'm saying? Even that was just over here. It won't it was just over here that color. Over there it was something else. Like this, like you know what I'm saying? Over there it was something else. Over here, you know what I'm saying? It was totally different in the books over here. But you remember they said they had burned up all the books. They burnt up all the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Call it forbidding or call it occult. Made the word occult evil, which it means hidden. So they can keep you struggling. So they can keep your sticks breaking because the trees ain't even healthy. They did not want you to become the high priestess. Yeah, yeah, it was forbidden for you to teach for a while. And then they slid some in, but that because they, it was a 501c. 501 equals a six, right? But they call six demonic, but they made a 501c equal out to six. Financial independence. They did not want you financial independent. No one can prove Jesus was unsaid. Bone Crusher said, I ain't never scared. Right. You can't prove it. That's why you can't have no fear. You can see everything else. New beginnings, right? Spiritual growth. Spirit is you all. So I'm just saying, God gotta be a spirit. A number 7, a GPS, a generator, a guide, a goddess or a god, divine. New emotions, new beginnings, new, right? The heart, love, green. We're looking at a lot of green, y'all. Liberation and shine. Astro travel. Let's see if we can get the astro travel card. But some people, they're going to be in conflict. They're going to be in conflict. They're going to want to debate. They're going to want to say, oh, I'm a Bible scholar. You wrong and I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just going on their podcast and telling their story how they want to tell it. It's like people get, it's like they get their rocks off by trying to prove to you if it's right or if it's wrong. It don't work the same for everybody. Everybody is an individual, and some of us can come together as a collective. Some of us can't. So study thyself to show thyself approved. I don't care if you think I'm right or I'm wrong. You got to go do your research. You got to get your offer out the mud. You got to go get your education out the mud like I did. Because we're talking about universal. We're not talking about what you've been taught. We're talking about do the work. I never told nobody that God was real or not real. God, and what the Deuteronomy said, your God is not my God. That means it's more than one God. That's why you don't know the time nor the day. So if you don't know the time or the day, you can't prove me wrong, right or wrong. Everybody got that individual authenticity. They got their own image, own discernment, own judgment, their own thoughts about truth. It's no need to try to teach somebody else your truth. I'm just over here sharing her story. This her story. I can tell her story how I want to tell her story on her tube. You the tube. I'm not going to tell a lie unless my life depends on it. And my life don't depend on it. But it depends on it because it depends on me to tell my truth. And the truth shall set me free. Freedom. Let her ring. Swift with it. Passion. with my judgment. That's the thing. We got so used to man having their law system on the bottom of the rim that we forgot that there was celestial laws, there was celestial alignment. The Lord, if you look at the definition for Lord, it means law. That's why you see people talking about law of attraction, committed laws. Everything got a law. Just like the law, when somebody get in trouble with the law, a breakthrough. When somebody get in trouble with the law, that's why they all don't get the same sentence. That's why when somebody do something that you think they have done the worst of the worst and they walk away, what did they do? You thought they should have been under them. You are the spirit. Spiritual. Spirit, you all. You are the light and the dark. Balance. Grounded. Reliability. I mean, this card just give me like walking away. Going off grid in your mind, even if you can't go off grid physically right now in this meat suit, you can take your mind off grid. You can go sit down and go to school, cut off the TV, cut off, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to cut this off. How long we been on here? Oh, we've been on here an hour and 13 minutes. But just know, you got work to do. Yes, you do. Don't let your past hold you back. South Node, you are the North Node, giving and receiving for miracles. Don't let your past hold you back. Mayat, you know, we had the Mayat yesterday. Where is it? Guidelines and principles. Math. Remember I said starting with mom. Right? So you can get your miracles. It's a time for healing. But I have to go. I will not be with you guys long. I did do a live yesterday and I did one earlier today about 3 something in the morning in the rising. I appreciate everybody for coming in here. I appreciate the 4 likes. 4 plus 3 equals 7. And we just talked about the number 7. I really am thankful for, and I appreciate you coming here every day that I go live. The more I go live, the more powerful I get. The more I live, the more strength, the more momentum, the energy builds, the more engagement. Career, I'm very successful and I am gratefully rewarded for my work. Relationship, I have amazing relationships with my family, right? My soul tribe, y'all over here that come over here that listen to my videos, that type, comment on my videos, replay them, come into class with pen and paper and knowing that earth is a school and we got to be doing the work. Real vital at this time. We are the spirit using another body. Right. Right. Of course we are. Of course we are. Anything is possible once you know you got 95%. The universe never started. It has always been. It just is. There is no beginning and there is no end. There is no beginning and there is no end. So you literally creating nothing into everything. You creating it simultaneously. Anything is possible. What a card is. Believe in the impossible and anything is possible. You coming back in here again. If you come back in here in another body, what is that? The universe won't, wasn't created. Everybody got their opinion. There we go. Everybody got an opinion. They like an asshole. Everybody got one. That don't mean if you have your own interpretation, that don't mean nobody got to touch and agree on it, just as long as you know. You get what I'm saying? Remember, you fact check yourself. You don't fact check nobody else. If I say something, a word of my world, that's your opinion. What did I say? I ain't come here for nobody to try to tell me I'm right or I'm wrong. How I feel is how I feel. Those are my emotions, energy in motion. Yeah, they don't. And I like that, Ann, because people be wanting you to. It's just like going to a job, right? And the job got a manager, and she swears she a superhero, right? And then her boss come in there and chop her ass down because she ain't got her shit together. Because she been walking around trying to prove everybody else that she, you know, the head honcho. But at the end of the day, you just the title. You know what I'm saying? If I say something that is wrong for me, Spirit gonna let me do like I did today. Come back and fact check myself. This whole live was about my earlier reading. So for somebody that just came in here one time, they gonna form. That's why you just gotta know how to be a content creator. Really, you gotta let that energy fuel you. That's what a lot of people don't like. Your energy, somebody coming over here fact checking me, it's like it's alchemy. I take that energy that they're trying to throw at me to come check me, it amplify me. You can't fact check me. You better go do your own research. Your own. I'm not saying I'm right or I'm wrong. I'm telling my truth. I don't gotta look up nothing. I got baby. I got books on top of books. Yeah. Bye. All right, y'all. We've been in here an hour and 20 minutes. And I enjoyed y'all. If you want to subscribe to Dream the Truth 222, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is my truth. This is Dream Truth, established 2020 June. So you know we going on down the road. We're gonna ease on down the road. That's what we doing. You know what I'm saying? And if you got a channel and you would like to go watch one of my videos and comment on one of my videos so I can click on you, because you know this is another thing with going live, y'all. You can't really check, tap on they thing like TikTok. You can tap on their face. Come on YouTube algorithm. Listen to what I'm getting ready to tell you. So they come in your live and they can say anything, but until they go to your page and play one of your videos, you know what I'm saying, and comment on it, you can't really go to their page, you know what I'm saying, from right here. So you got to think, some of these people that come in your live while you live, and in effect, you know what I'm saying, they don't get to do that on television, right? Because if they could do that on television, you know what I'm saying, we could have been done healed this thing. We could have been done took it through there. But because the internet is, you know what I'm saying, it gives people that don't have a voice outside of the internet, it gives them, or you know what I'm saying, I don't know if they have a voice or not, because I don't really see a lot of, doing my research, real content creators coming to your page and commenting and leaving comments. You know what I'm saying? I share somebody post and they come and say, thank you for sharing and thank you for commenting, because they are notified that I share. But real content creators is trying to make a career. Um, yep, yeah, I sure will. I will. That's how safe I feel in my position. Windows, doors, because I'm really a spiritual gangster. I'm gonna knock if you buck. If you not invited, if I haven't invited your energy into my space and you cross that threshold, yeah, hey, I'm different. I open portals all the time. I started this live at 5:55. I intentionally opened a 5:55 portal. Give thanks to your most higher self. Everything I do. That's why I say you ain't never been here. Anybody that's ever been here, they know every live I create, it's 111, it's 1111, it's 222, it's 333. You got to know who you coming for. I do this in real life. I'm always opening portals. Windows open right now. I'm outside. My house, see, that's the way y'all got it mixed up. Your house don't keep you safe. You are your house. We always outside. I will tell anybody that come in any one of my classes, I'm outside. This house protecting you for nothing. Come on, y'all. Come on. Think big, bitch. You might tell them, and I'm always outside. Yo, get somebody, come get them. They messing with gangsters. I'm trying to tell you now. I'm always outside. I can't hide from nothing. I can't hide from nothing. Hi. Hi, London. Right. See, that's the thing. They talking about CERN. They talk about Akashic record. You know what I'm saying? They talk about the seers, the watchers, Enoch and them, right? The angels. You know what I'm saying? That descended down. You know what I'm saying? The men of God and the women of earth. You know what I'm saying? Um, Baby, it's deeper. I've been in the hole so long, I don't know if I can come back out. So, no, you're not going to do that. Find somebody else. I don't know nothing, but I'm open for everything. I'm outside. Woo, yo, let's get a call. Let's see what's going on. Reconciliation. Putting in the work. I'm putting in that work. I'm at work. This is my second job. No, this is my first job, but my second job. Right? I'm putting in that work. I'm just out here connecting with my people. You get what I'm saying? You gotta connect with your people. Let them know you on a higher level. I'm on a new level. Who's on that? What's on with that? A new level. Right? Right time, right place. Inner peace. I don't. If they don't get, tell them, hey, if you don't get it, beat it. Beat it. I mean, I don't know. Kick rocks barefooted or something. You know what I'm saying? That's how I be feeling. You know how you be grounded? Do y'all ever see somebody grounded? And you got to get to the grass. What's that? You got to get to the grass. You got to walk on the rocks to get to the grass because you want to just go outside and make your feet strong. I'm one of the most strong ones. Right? I done took so many spiritual attacks, drama, karma. Like, baby, karma. I'm gonna just walk around and say, people say, what's your name? I'm say, walking karma. Shadow work. Celibacy. Look. Y'all know you get so many superpowers when you ain't having that XES. You get so many. Like, you don't care. You know what I'm saying? I got real boundaries. I be saving myself for myself. Building. You know what I'm saying? I don't be having time. I'm not toxic. I'm not toxic. Look, there it goes. Toxic love came right on out. See, this what you need to be learning how to do. Watch when somebody calls something out. Patterns. Watch the pattern. Oh, wow. Well, let me go because I have to be to work at 4 a.m. And this was a pop-up live. Thank y'all for coming. Thank you for all the engagement. Baby, y'all, let me tell y'all something. We had some good engagement today. Listen to this. All engagement is good engagement. All engagement is good engagement. Live host. That's how I got a million likes, a million taps on TikTok in just 6 months. Because all engagement, universal dick. All of it matters. Every one of you that came through here, I am appreciative to. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am healing my DNA every live. I'm healing my DNA every live I come up here, and it get easier and easier. I bridge the gap every time. I'm crossing over calmer waters. See you guys. Have a good day. Come again. Tell a friend and a neighbor. It's the second coming.